Can chiropractic actually help a herniated disc heal? My name is Dr. Andrew Newell. I am a chiropractor here in Austin, Texas. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is new for me, so if you like what I'm talking about, please like, please subscribe, please comment. Happy to answer any questions. Let's get into it. I was reading a research paper this week that genuinely made me stop for a minute. It was very interesting because I'm kind of a nerd. Not because it proved chiropractic heals disc herniations. It absolutely doesn't. But because it asked a question I don't think anyone has asked particularly well before. Can a spinal adjustment done by chiropractors actually influence how a disc heals? Not just reduce pain, not just improve movement, but influence the biology of healing itself. Now, if you've ever had a disc injury, I think this is quite an interesting question. When patients come into our office with a disc problem, they rarely start by talking about how awful the MRI scan is. It's more practical stuff. They tell me things like, I haven't been able to walk around Town Lake in 3 months, or I'm coaching from a chair because I can't stand on the sideline anymore, or I'm scared to pick up my daughter. This is what people are grieving, not the MRI itself, but the life that has been temporarily lost. And if you're anything like most of my patients, you've probably spent hours trying to answer one question. How do I actually heal this thing? So here's something that's been known in medicine for quite a while. Many herniated discs actually shrink over time. If you repeat MRI scans months later, a surprising number have become significantly smaller. Your body has an incredible ability to recognize that displaced disc material doesn't belong where it is. Immune cells move into the area, they begin breaking it down, new blood vessels grow into the tissue that normally has very little blood supply. Over time, the body literally cleans up the herniation. This is a process called disc resorption. Now, this wasn't a controversial topic before this study. What's controversial is whether we can influence that process. Now, here's where things get interesting. The very thing responsible for that healing is inflammation. Kind of sounds backwards, right? Because almost every commercial, every advertisement you see tells you that inflammation is bad, it's the enemy. Biologically, that's not how healing actually works. Acute inflammation is the body's construction crew. Without it, nothing actually gets repaired. So the researchers of the study asked a very elegant question. If inflammation is essential for healing, what happens when we suppress it? Because this is what steroid shots do. They're designed to suppress inflammation. They reduce it, which often reduces pain. Great. But could it also reduce the biological signals needed for healing? I love this part of the study because they didn't just compare steroids and spinal adjustments, they actually measured the chemicals involved in healing. TNF alpha, interleukin 1 beta, VEGF, MMP3. I promise you, don't memorize those, don't need to. But here's why they matter. Those chemical molecules are the body's project managers. They recruit immune cells, help new blood vessels grow, and reorganize tissue remodeling. Without them, that disc resorption does not happen efficiently. The steroid group did exactly what steroids are designed to do. They shut those signals down. Pain improved quickly, but so did the biological processes responsible for healing. The chiropractic group was different. The adjustments didn't eliminate inflammation, they moderated it. The researchers actually described it as, and I love this, creating a balanced inflammatory microenvironment. This is exactly what physiology is supposed to be. Not zero inflammation, not uncontrolled inflammation, just enough to allow healing to happen. Now, let's leave the laboratory for a minute. Honestly, none of us really care what TNF alpha is doing if you're still unable to walk around Town Lake with your husband. The reason this paper matters is because if we continue learning how to support the body's own healing mechanisms, maybe more people get back to doing the things that actually matter. Now, I'm a realist. If you've got a trip or a skiing trip, then go get the shot. If you're in pain, you need to do what you've got to do, get the shot. But in the grand scheme of things, is it the right thing in the long term? We don't know. And anyone that tells you they do know, anyone that speaks in absolutes, take it with a pinch of salt. In our office, we do we practice what is called Blair upper cervical chiropractic. Our adjustments are extremely gentle. There's no twisting, there's no forceful cracking like you see on TikTok, and no aggressive manipulation. Especially if you have a disc injury, many patients are relieved to learn that chiropractic doesn't have to look or feel the way they imagined. So, what do I take from all this? This study doesn't prove chiropractic cures disc herniations. It doesn't replace medical care when it's needed, but it does suggest spinal adjustments may help create an environment where the body can heal itself more effectively. Ultimately, we don't measure success by whether your MRI scan looks prettier. We measure success by whether you're walking around Town Lake, coaching your kids' baseball team, sleeping through the night, or getting back to the activities that you love. Because that's why any of this research really matters in the first place. So for me, as a chiropractor, of course, I'm biased. I would say that as natural as possible, as much as possible, let's have the bones moving as normally as they can do. Let's have the muscles as relaxed as they can be. Let's have the disc moving as well as it can do while it's healing. Ultimately, going to lead us to a better outcome.